Political rivals about to face off on the debate stage in Georgia. California Governor Gavin Newsom will clash with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in a battle between two men on opposite sides of the political spectrum and two leaders who aren't even running against each other. Our political reporter Greg Lee is here now with a look at the build-up to tonight's debate. Greg.
Julie, good evening. This is a rivalry that's been building for more than a year, and at its core, two men who could very well be the future of their respective parties and who govern very differently. We've used this word a lot when talking about our current state of politics, but it really is unprecedented that you would have a debate between a Republican candidate for president and a Democrat who is not running against him, but instead is a major surrogate for President Biden. Two men have taken jabs at each other on just about everything. COVID, schools, whose economy is superior, immigration, and crime. There's been name calling. There's been plenty of spats on social media. And now we have a debate. Mind you, this has been a year in the making. Newsom first issued this challenge last September. So here are the terms. It will be hosted by Sean Hannity live on Fox News. It will run 90 minutes from Alpharetta, Georgia, with no studio audience. Despite the unusual nature of this debate, political experts say both men can benefit from tonight.
It's unusual, but on the other hand, it serves aims for both of them. For Gavin Newsom, it enables him to have a conservative foil against whom he can raise his profile and continue to build a national constituency. And for Ron DeSantis, someone who's running actively in the presidential primary, it's free airtime, debating against someone who is considered a villain of many on the right. So I think it's a win-win for the two of them.
Now, both men escalated their attacks on each other ahead of the debate, both releasing campaign ads, Newsom targeting Florida's abortion access policies, while DeSantis called California, quote, the petri dish of American leftism. One quick note here, we're seeing reporting that Gavin Newsom sent out a fundraising email for Joe Biden ahead of tonight's debate. He's already raised about $300,000. No question, we could see some fireworks fly tonight, Julie.
Yeah, definitely, Greg. We've heard a lot about how different these two governors are, but how are they similar?
Yeah, and part of why this debate is happening, both men have national aspirations, and whether Newsom says it or not, they would both like to be president one day, and the leaders of their respective parties at the very least. Both are termed out in their current positions in 2027, so you could really be getting a glimpse into what 2028 could potentially look like. Also, both governors have been subject to some drooping poll numbers, recently. Newsom's approval rating has dropped in California, while DeSantis has continued to lag far behind former President Trump in that Republican primary.
Yeah, and just quickly before we let you go, people have said this is a win-win for both of them, but who do you think has more to lose tonight? Governor Newsom is not running currently for anything, but Ron DeSantis is running for president.
Yeah, I think no question Governor DeSantis has a lot to lose and a lot to gain tonight. His campaign sort of looking for a reset as we approach the Iowa caucuses in January. There's another Republican debate next week that he needs to perform well in, so he's hoping surely to use this time to gain some traction, to get voters to look at him and to get his message out there. And in the process, as you heard Lonnie Chen say, sort of use Governor Newsom as sort of that Democratic foil and to draw some contrast for Republican voters.
Well, no doubt it will be an interesting debate to watch tonight. Greg Lee reporting live for us. Thanks, Greg.